Hello friends and hello student. My name is Ashok Sijala. In this session, we learn the query string parameter in ASP.NET with C Sharp. So yes, first I share my laptop screen and here fix the position so you can watch better way my video lecture. And here Microsoft Visual Studio Express for web edition is open and data binding. That is a concept. I give the website folder name data binding. So here first in file menu, I take new file and here C sharp is selected, web form file is there and here I give the name. Yes, that is a repeater control. We can take the query string parameter. So yes, repeater and we can say that repeater demo, REP demo. Yes, so that is a name, but yes, so yes, repeater demo I add. Yes, that file is added. So here a new file is open, web form file, and here our HTML head section I give the title. So here we can query string parameter. Yes, that is query string parameter demo. And we can use the tabular control that known as a repeater control. So yes, here first or division tag. Uh, yes, here we can take like one panel and that ID like we can give P1 and run it server side. Yes, and then grouping tags. So that is a repeater control we can use. Okay, and then that background color we can define the CSS block. Okay, so here I take first uh, repeater control. Yes, and that ID. So that REP we can bind the department and then run it server side. And here I close the tag and yes, next we can take SQL data source control and we can also SQL server or we can use also access database in both SQL database data source control. So here that first ID, so that ID is SqlDept, SQL department run at server side and yes I close. So yes, that ID we can provide the repeater control. So here data source ID is property, so that is a bind. So SqlDept, that ID we can provide. Okay, so now what to do? So here our repeater control is there and first we can bind that one table. Okay, so let us take one table is there or not. So yes, our database is I open and here that is E drive. Let us take some table. So yes, that is a here is there and then data bind. Yes, here let us application data some table is there. So all DB that is a SQL server table. So we can also use SQL server. There is no problem. But here we can take access database table. So here is not there. So let us take some here I also created. So application data, yes, my DB, yes, I copy this database and paste to our, yes, that data bind here and application data. And you can also create, there is no problem. So I double click, yes, let us check that how table and that field is there. So here there are two tables I already created. You can also create. Yes, I think you have to know very well. So here is a department. Yes, there are three that field department ID, the name and location of department means place which city is that department is there, and that table we have to bind to repeater control. And we can also check that design view. Yes, so here that primary key and that number, department name, short text, and department LOC location is short text. And there are three department we have to already see. So first here I bind this table to our SQL data source. So we can also take the connection string, but we can take here wizard technique. So here that is design tab. I go and select SQL data source, and here is a span button, and here configuration data source. So that is the same. Yes, here new connection like in you tools menu go, and that is the same connect to database. Here I click new. So same add connection that appear, and we can browse. Yes, so our let us check first. Our yes, that is a data binding. Yes, not demo. And application data. Yes, that MyDB database, and yes, that selected. So test connection. Yes, I press the succeed. Test connection is succeed, and we cannot copy. Yes, that is a automatically take here. Okay, press I. So here let us check how it's take connection string. Yes, look here, and here plus, so all connection string in appear to here. Yes, automatically. So you can also maintain a SQL Server database table. There is same process, and that next button is there. Okay, so here we can, that is save in the connection string. Yes, so here we can also change that web.config file that save this name. So we can also change. So here we can say that connect department and EMP. So yes, EMP, and that is a, we can say that demo. Yes, any, so that is so long name is connection department EMP demo. So next button I press, and yes, that is, so here there are our two table is there, you can choose here is there, and here asterisk sign that the checkbox is on. You can also take particular like here query is change. So here is required to not all field, because department ID and department name there is two only, we can select only, not location is required. And then here where order by, so where close here, then open one second window, and you can select the, yes, your required, like here operator, relational operator is there, greater than equal to less than, all are there, 6 relational operator. So here yes, no, we have to use anywhere close, and order by is also, so ascending descending that based on the table. Yes, here like ascending descending that open. So here that also not open, and advanced button is there. So insert, update, delete that statement, and then okay, and you can also use concurrency issue or solve. But here we cannot take this. Now next button I just select, and test query, here is one button, so that our three department ID and then name is display. So I finish. Yes, then yes, let us, but repeater is a not its own view, that is a main problem. Yes, here first we can look how our SQL data source is changed. So here ID run it we have to give. Now connection string, that is a bind, and that is a connection string, and dollar sign percentage dollar sign, that syntax, and then colon to our name, connected department EMP and demo, and provider name is also, because we have to use the SQL data source to access database table. So when you can select the SQL server database, there is no any provider name. So let us check our web.config file, that is a register our connection. Yes, here last, because that so many here are there. So yes, that our name add tag, that is a under the uh, connection strings. Yes, that main that sub tag, and configuration, that is a first child tag, root tag, and that is config section is a first child tag, that is not violate that rules of any our setting. After we can give to our setting means our configuration, that is web.configuration file. And here our connection string, when we can copy that write in the SQL data, that is write as it is. And here dynamically, yes, look data directory, and our path that is directly fetch to here. Yes, that data dictionary use, and mydb.access database, and then provider name system.data.oldb. Yes, that is a taking. So there are three name, that ID over, and connection string, and provider name. So add tag is there. Okay, and here connection string tag is closed. So that is a here we have to take. Okay, and that also write the select command, yes, to our requirement, department ID and name from department table. Okay, so only two field we have to select. Now here we can repeat our control, and we can, that is a not provide by that any view, so we can provide to our own view, and here we can take item template, yes, and item template we can use the hyperlink hyperlink control, and that id we can provide like h yes hlnk, yes, that link h link, and run at server side, yes, then tags, yes, here we have to bind the department name or id. So here first we can bind the name, and that is a not in double quote, single quote, and that is our tag is a uh, uh, percentage has sign, yes, so eval method we have to use. So eval, yes, so percentage and has sign, yes, that is, yes, here I first close the tag here, that write some proper, yes, so I close the our h tag, and now that appear, yes, let us now that help is appear, and eval method is there, so that is a overloaded, so template control that eval method. Okay, so I use that method, and in parenthesis we can in double quote sign, that is our field name. So department d name, yes, department say name, let us check. So here data source control, yes, here look, and that our yes mydb, that connection is open, and we can check to our field name, yes, here is a department, and then d name, yes, we can perfectly give, so department, and then after we can second repeater control department employee. So whenever user select the department, then appropriate that employee is display. Okay, so here we can take the hyperlink, and then here next navigation, yes, so here that is a navigation url is there, and that also we can not provide in double quote. So here what is a use, so here we can, yes, that is a single uh, quotes, yes, and here also we can use the eval. So yes, percentage has sign and then eval. So yes, here there are two times is there, so I remove, and now that appear eval. Okay, so here we can pass two parameters. So first our DPT department ID, and then second parameter. Yes, so that is in also double quotes, and that is our same web page. So repeater demo, yes, repeater demo dot aspx, that our file name, and question mark, and then we can pass to our department name. So that is a selected, yes, we can pass to query string. So here again we can write department id and equal, and then that is a one blank and zero, that is a formatting. So yes, there are two argument we have to pass. Okay, so that is in double quotes, yes. So now that perfectly, that is hyperlink, yes, look, that syntax is, here we can only pass one argument, but here we can pass two argument, yes. So that is a our question mark, so query string, and our department is a pass, yes, that query string url that display also. So hyperlink we have to use, and then what to do, so here we can use the separate item template, yes, and then we can provide ampersand and bsp, that is separate one blank, and then symbol, and again after and before one blank is there, so nb sp and semicolon, that is a html. So that separate template means that separate one department to other department name. So yes, let us check, yes, that perfectly our binding or not. So here we can only two template, item template and separate item template. Okay. So yes, I save and run. First we can check. Yes. So that perfectly department name is print or not. So then we can use query string parameter. So runtime, we can select the department name that appropriate that department employees list is displayed, and with help of query string parameter. And we can two repeater control and two SQL data source, or you can also use the access data source control. Yes, so that perfectly. Just look here, our dispatch, sales, and operation, and one separate. If before and after one blank, and then that symbol, we can use the separate, and that is a panel. And yes, I click. So here, look, our that is a query string. So our same web form, we can assign and question, and department ID is passed, and that department ID, that is 111. And here we can select that 22, that is department, and here we can click. So here that department ID is a 33. So there are three record. Yes, you have to see in our database. So here three department: dispatch, sales, and operation, and that is ID. So we can select the department in query string, pass the department ID. Okay, so I minimize and now I close. So first part is perfectly valid, and now we can turn to second repeater control. So that we can bind. So here what to do? So here we can again take repeater control. Yes, that ID, so that we can give some different, like previously rep department. So rep emp table is second table, and run at server side, and data source ID, we can provide the second SQL data source control, and you can also use the access data source control. Okay, and here give the SQL emp, that is we can define to our SQL data source control. And here first we can just take one SQL data source control, and that ID we can give, like previously we can give. Yes, so we have already defined SQL emp. Yes, and then run it server side, and connection string. Yes, that is a same, we can take process. Here I not take, and I close that. Yes, okay. So first we can give the, yes, here I also use wizard technique, or you can also provide the directly. Yes, here we cannot take wizard technique, but ourselves. So just connection string, and here we can provide and select command. So select command, I write select. We have to take only name, employee name. Okay, from emp table, and where close. Yes, where close, and department ID is also in that table. So department dept ID equal to @dept department ID. Yes, so that only department is matched. So that is very important query. So here we can just display the employee name to all that we have to select the department ID, or we can say that department name. So here we can compare ID. You can also take, but ID is more suitable in where clause. Or now we can take connection string, that is second way. So here you have to know very well, here is a tools menu and connect to database. Yes, so I go and now browse the our database. Yes, so here my DB is there. We can select and test connection. Yes, and advanced button there. I copy this path, home key and shift and end key. So and control C, that copy all connection string, and okay. So we can take ourselves and also use wizard technique. So here I take both way. So there are two technique. You can take connection string. So here you can maintain in web.config, that is our ID. Yes, previously technique. And also you copy and paste to here, that is no problem. So here specifically all connection string to with path. Yes, here E drive, that main folder, and then our root website folder, all are this. And now we can repeater control is here. We can bind the item template and separate template. So here we can also, because that repeater is a not its own view, like grid view is a HTML table format that display their view, but repeater we can provide to our own view. So here we can start also header template, and header template we can start unordered list HTML tag. You have to know where unordered list. Yes, and footer template I close that unordered list. So I just take start to header and close to footer template. So I taking here, and in between we can take item template. So yes, an item template we can use the li on order list, that is a, and that name li. So here we can start, yes, li list. Yes, I think you have to know very well. So here what to do? So here we can bind again, that is a eval method. So yes, and then percentage has sign, and then eval method is there, and parentheses and double quotes, and we can provide to employee name, yes, that we can display in this repeater control. So whenever user click in the first repeater control department name, that appropriate department employee of that display in second repeater, and on order list, that bullet list that display, and item templates. So here we can display department name select, and department employees display, yes, that is an employee list. So here we can apply the where condition, yes, here. So select department name where emp where department id. So yes, I display also here one department or table is there, and then department id, employee id, then department name, basic salary, and department id. So there are first 111, there are three employee, Ram, Lakshman, and Sita and Lakshman. There are first department 11, there are three employee, and 222 department there is 3222, that is two employee, Pooja and Krishna, and then three third department, that is also two, Krupa and Mira, that is a. So okay, so let us take, so and that is also, let us check. So I design view also open. So here employee id is there, so I complex data binding by one video YouTube check channel, one complex data binding, one grid you select the then department name, and all table is display department, and then select the department name, then second grid display that related employee. So that time I create that table, so you can watch that video lecture. So here that is, you have to know very well how to create the database and table, so I not wasting, and we can put the record manually. Okay, so department id is a primary key, then department employee id is a primary name employee, and basic salary and department id is here also taking. So there are both table, and here we can put some first department three employee, second two employee, and third department also two employee. So whenever we can select the department name, that appropriate employee list is displayed, that is our target. And we can use in first my video lecture control parameter, but here now I use the select parameter, and then select parameter we can take the query string parameter, yes, here. So in my previous video lecture I use control parameter, now I use the query string parameter. Okay, so here yes, we can give the name. So name is our depart uh, employee of that department, and then query string field is a department id. So dept id, yes. So that is a pass dept id, where pass, here we can pass to our query string parameter. So here that is a hyperlink, and here navigation, yes, that is a pass to here. So here that first name department id, and our that same form name, yes, that is repeater demo.aspx, and then question mark, and then we can pass the department id, and one blank equal to one blank, that is just format. So our employee pass as a runtime in url, and that is query string, and here we can select parameter and taking the query string parameter. So here we can only set only two field, name and query string field. So query string field is our department ID, but we can display the department name. Yes, here we can take both field in first SQL data source. So let us check that query. So here department ID and department name we can pass, means select two field, but here we can take the department, display the hyperlink is a department name. You can also select the department ID, means that ID you have also displayed. Let us check first after. So yes, let us check that perfectly work or not. So yes, I save all and then compile. Yes, let us check that work or not. So yes, that query string, yes, look, already passed the, yes, so provider not support. Yes, here we can provider name, because that is a in previously what to do, we can take wizard technique, but here not, we can give the provider name property. So that is our responsibility. Provider name property we have to pass, and system.data.oltb. Yes, so that is a remaining, so that giving the error. So here what to do, first we can take in web.config file to our connection string, and look that connection string I already to see you. So here provider name that provide, because we can what to do. So here we can use SQL data source control and taking the access database table. And here you can also, if you not give the provider name, so one chance to here you can use access data source control. Yes, you can take also. So that is not taking any directly that that is related to access data control. So that provider name automatically take. Okay, or you have to not provide, then no any error. So I save and now that run. So let us take that perfectly work or not. So yes, that now running, and yes, repeater demo.aspx, yes, and I, yes, so look, one, yes, here one extra, that is sign is there, so we can remove. So our department one that related employees, let us check that perfectly. So I open access and let us first, yes, so Ram, Lakshman and Sita, that is first three, that is Ram, Lakshman, Sita, and then sales department I click. So Puja and Krishna, yes, so here is a Puja and Krishna, that is second department. And then last operation, so Krupa and Mira, yes, so here is Krupa and Mira. Only one required to small, here one extra that symbol angular bracket is displayed. So let us that we have to remove. Where is that? So that perfectly work, yes, and here is extra one that the symbol is displayed. Okay, so now that perfectly work, and now we can provide some block of CSS. So after our title tag, here we can take that style tag, and style tag we can close, and here we can take type, and that is CSS, text CSS, and then first we can take general HTML block. Yes, so that is automatically apply HTML block, so that we can take like a background color. So here is there, and we can take like any color. So aqua is there, and then only we can take content block, and we can provide the dot block. Yes, so dot, yes, content, and content means our that is our like employee list or all are that. So that is a content, or so that is background, and let us take that white background color or any other you can give. And then we can take width, yes, so width of that our content. So here we can provide like our three departments, so 300 pixel px. Okay, you can also give auto, and then height we can also give. So height we can give like 200 pixel px. Okay, then padding, yes, so only 10 pixel px or 5 pixel you have to also provide. Then we can take the border, yes, and then we can take solid, yes, or uh, then 2 pixel px and black color. Okay, so that's perfect. So yes, and then background color we have to already provide, all are perfectly valid. And now our A means anchor tag. So that is also we can take general block A for anchor tag because we can take hyperlink. So that color, yes, here directly color is there and background, but we can take direct color and that we can take blue. Okay, because that is all by default that is blue supported. So yes, we can general block we have to not apply, but our dot block we can apply in division text. So here is a class and then content that display the our dot block. General block apply to it itself. So here only one dot block, and there is no other because we have only two repeater and two SQL data source, and I can previously say you can also use access data source, and here we can use SQL data source and maintain table in access database. So you can also chance to SQL data source and SQL Server 2012. You can take the database and table. There is no any change. That same process. So yes, now perfectly we can give, and I save and run this page. So let us take that perfectly work or not. So yes, that running, and here now yes that, so we can take yes, so here that perfectly our requirement. So look, now all are well. So margin we can provide and that remaining, so that is a center. Yes, let us take margin we have to provide or not. Yes, not. So here we can provide the margin. Yes, so before or after. Yes, after we have to take. So yes, here. So margin and we can take auto. Okay, so automatic adjustment. So let us take, now I save and run that page. So let us take how margin is work. So yes, that display, yes, now that running page, and yes, that center, so that is automatically adjust. So here first that is a left side, so now that center and our border, yes, and that our content is a background white color. So this department I selected, yes, that employee list is display. I sales department, that employee display, and here operation, so that employee display. And now here you can look our query string parameter. So that is a display in URL. So last department, that ID is a 3033. Sales, that is 22, yes, and then here 111 means that 1011. So yes, that perfectly work. And we can, yes, also you can take the H2 or the tag also. So here we can give the heading. Yes, so here we can, I think, use the panel control, but yes, so that not require, heading is already there. And if you require, then here change the not white background. So here you can change some color also. So like I give the pink color, yes. So that is a pink. And now what to change? So here we can also take department name, but we can take department ID, yes, direct. So let us take, so dpt and that ID. Yes, so I bind also ID and pass also ID. And look, that is a, I just now run first and summarize all these things. So very important part of this query string parameter. So look that running page, and here, yes, look, so that is a blue. Yes, that perfectly works. So we can testing both. So here we can pass in query string department ID, and here is a also department, but that is a better to our previous because that is a same, because that not problem. But here we can pass to that here query string that, yes, navigation URL, that is hyperlink. Yes, here two argument we have to pass. And here I now give again, that is a department name is better. So now I summarize all these things. So first we can take two table in Access database. You can also prepare in SQL Server 2012. There is same process. So here our first table, and that is a EMP, that department table and EMP table. So department ID, department name, department location. There are three fields. and department ID is a primary key. And here employee, that is a EID, employee ID is a primary key. And here only 3 department you have to. Now I take also 4 department. Let us check that effect or not. I take 4th department, and here we can say that HR, and that uh, give any city name like Mahua. Okay, so that is our 4th, and that related employee we have to pass to here. So yes, here I give 2008, and that we have to so many names. So here I give yes a show, and that salary, so 9,000, and then 4th, yes, not 3, 4, 4, yes, that sec, and then 1009, and then you can give like okay, so any name. So uh, uh, Hirol or any name. So yes, I like 8,000 and 4 department. Yes, so there are 2 employee of this session. So I save yes, and let us take. I run again this, and we can take the effect. So yes, I that is 2 table. Yes, I check, but here I give the we can take CSS block, and that is general block, HTML, then dot block. We can take background color pink, then margin auto, width 300 pixel, height is 200, padding 10 pixel, and border 2 pixel. So yes, border I can thickness of like 4, so that is look better. And here solid I take the double border. So yes, let us check some change. And anchor for blue color, a tag hyperlink. And now here our main part, that is not any coding, we have to just that is data binding. So taking that is a CSS dot block content panel, that is ID, run it, and grouping tags, then repeater ID, REP department, run it, and data source ID is a SqlDPT. Where is there? So here that ID we can assign to here, that is a data source ID. So that is data binding. So all this connection string, and then select yes, that here is a ID, run it, and then connection string. Yes, we can maintain in the web.config file in wizard technique, first technique. Okay, and that automatically taking the percentage and dollar sign and close the percentage and angular bracket. So yes, and provider name. So we cannot yes, connection string, then our ID and provider name, that is a parameter in the connection string, means that web.config file. And here select command, so department ID and department name from department table, only 2 we have to, only 3 field is there, location is remaining. So here that is a first repeater and first SQL we have to take. And here web config file is already open. So here that is a provider name property. So that name and system, that is value is OLDB. Okay, that is universal. Take any background database. And that is our connection string name. And that all connection string that take automatically we can take in wizard technique. So how to take your wizard technique, go in design, and here yeah, that is our formatting. So here that span button, and you can configuration your data source, that is started. Okay, so here you can also change yes, here again that start. So you can also change your database and table all our connection string, but here I not change. Okay, now I go again design source, and then we can take the second repeater control, yes, and second SQL data source control. So SQL EMP, that ID we can provide the here data source ID of repeater and that ID, and run at server side. And header template we can give the on order list, order and unorder, and data definition list. There are 3 lists in HTML control. Yes, and means HTML tag, not control. So here that is a li, means that list, and that eval method we can take the employee name, and item template, that is taking item template, and footer we can just close on order list. We can also take the order list. And here in SQL data ID, we can provide to ourselves connection string, we can copy, and then select command only the employee name only just we can display. And from employee table, but where the department is matched, where close, so that employee only selected. And then system.data same our web.config, we can take provider name because we can SQL data source control, but we can access database table. So then we can provide the provider name property. And select parameter, there is very important. In previous my video, I used the control parameter here. Now select parameter is same. So many parameter you can look here. So control, cookies, dynamic control parameter, dynamic query string parameter, form parameter, parameter simple, profile, query string here we can use, and router parameter. So there is so many parameter is there. So here we can use the query string parameter. Yes. And only two property, name, that is our employee name. Yes, that is a display, and query string field is a based on the department ID. And here you can also take some more properties, so many properties there. So that our DB type. So here that our DB type is, I think that is a that department ID, because that is a query string field. So here decimal and double, so in 32, yes, that perfectly. So you cannot provide no any worry. And direction is there, size is there, so input value, that is all property. So here we cannot provide anything because only two is requiring query string. Okay, so I just give the idea. So how, and now at the last, yes, we can change also and select two depart for giving the yes, here we can provide another two employee of fourth department. So yes, here is a, now I yes first select here. So that save, I control S, and now I run this page. Yes, I F5 press, and let us take that perfectly work or not. So yes, that our repeater demo is very simple. Yes, that yes, perfectly. Yes, here double border. Yes, and then I select yes. So that bullet list means unordered list that display. And here one blank before NBSP, that is, and that symbol is displayed one department. Yes. So here our new department is appear. Yes, Ashok and Hero. So yes, I change. Yes, so here our that Ashok is, and that is name. Okay, all are well. So we can provide at a time new employee of this that is. So yes, any name here you can take. So here my name is Ashok C, and here I give Krishna is there already. So here I can choose like name. Okay, any name. So I save, yes, that is perfectly or not. I save, and yes, I run. Yes, that is effect or not. We can check runtime. So I change the employee name some, and let us take that change at the same time or not. Yes, that change. So that is a, I think perfectly work. Okay. So that is a middle of screen. That is a margin, padding, width, height, and background color. All are we can provided. Yes, but that pink to better is a white color is aqua. So yes, that I change also color, not pink is suitable because white is a perfect match to aqua, means that color, so white. Okay. And also we can take, yes, here we can change the order to, so yes, so yes, OL order list. Yes, I close to last here. So OL, yes, let us check that. Yes, I save and then run. So we can also change the list of HTML tag. So yes, let us check that white background color and some test. Yes, that perfectly. So let us take I you. So yes, now that is a numbering. Yes, first previously is on order list. So that is also possibility. So you can change the list. Okay. So we can so many testing. So yes, now succeed. And now my upcoming video is lecture is appear. So I take my screen to up. So yes, I can also summarize all those things. So I can now not repeat all these things. So yes, subscribe my channel Ashok Sijala Academy. Press the bell icon to never miss any update. Thanks for your watching, supporting, and sharing my video lecture. And any doubt for this definition or any other ASP.NET with C# or Windows based in project, so you can write in comment section. I give the definitely to answer you. Thanks again and Hare Krishna.